Very good day, everybody. Welcome to another video. This is your personal funky sim pilot. My name is Arkady Gidzenko. I'll be your captain for today's flight. And today's flight will take us to the second stream of the FlightFX Citation X, Cessna 7B750. For a short city hop from London City Airport, the United Kingdom, to Brussels Airport in Belgium. It's going to be a 35-minute flight airtime. We're using real-world time, real-world weather. GSX has been loaded, but it doesn't really seem to want to work today. Then we have the Aerosoft simple traffic tool to generate some interesting traffic. Right, so let's get on in. Get the Volanta overlay up there as well. We're parked at one of the medium gates. We're also using a custom scenery for the London City Airport. Here you can see our aircraft parked, still sort of wrapped up. So I suggest we just get on in and unwrap everything and get this baby going. Auto thrust is okay. Let's go for CRT. Passengers sure. Realistic IRS. Not sure what the throttle Q is supposed to mean. Units kilograms. Let's do hectopascal in Europe. Speed, Celsius calibration, cabin layouts. Well, let's have them have a box lunch. Sure. Now wait, I think we can. Let's just bring 2 passengers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 seats. Well, actually, I think that's the toilet. I don't know if anyone wants to be sitting in the toilet the whole flight. So let's just put these 2 people here. Work like this. We can just click it or. How does this work? Let's import from SimBrief maybe. There we have 2 passengers. There you go. So that's it. Right, so we flew this aircraft yesterday for the first time, then like on the channel, then afterwards I did a flight that I did not stream, but I did share the landing replay on the channel. And this will be then the 3rd flight. So let's see what this baby can do. Or maybe we should say, let's see what this pilot can do. Right, maybe let's go ground services. So let's keep the chocks there. Get some ground power unit, instrument covers and the engine covers so they can all go. Then we power it up. And we can also turn on the external power now. Avionics, the ICAS. So do we have our passengers sitting in there already? It looks like we do. There they are. Cool. Let's put these in a line. And let's have a look at our lights. Emergency light can be armed. peacock lights, nav lights, tail flood, sure why not. Turn on the seatbelt sign. Let's we just load in the current position, flight plan. Now I believe we should be able. Let's go nav and sim brief and flight plan recall. Then this should get us our flight plan as we create from sim brief. So request pending. There it is. Echo Golf Lima Charlie. SOQQA, Sodvu, EGLC, what was it? EGLC, UMTUM, DVR, Dover VOR, VABIK, Matux, Callsign, Belgium VOR. There we have it, okay. So then we can go departure. We'll have a look at our OFP. We can do this through SimBrief. Cruising altitude 230. Block fuel 1.6 or 1.7. Final reserve 6.5 or 6.6 if we round it up. Or 0.6 I would say, or 0.6. Runway 27 with the SOQQA 1 Alpha departure. So runway 27. SOQQA 1 Alpha departure. There it is, and we activate. And for the landing, we'll just go back to nav. And we'll now select arrival. Let's first have a look at the current weather at Brussels Airport. Because it wouldn't have been the first time we were giving like the opposite runway. So weather will be 350 knots. So runway 01 should be okay. So we got runway 01 with the clock 8 Alpha arrival. So runway will be runway 01. ILS. The star will be the clock 8 Alpha. So let's see if we have this. We have runway 27 from Echo Golf Lima Charlie. Got some waypoints to start the climb. Fly over SOQQA, Sodvu. This is the bit that we saw. EGLC, UMTUM, Dover. Then to Callsign. Arkady, there's a discontinuity then. We'll look at that in a little bit. Runway 01. So that looks to be in place. Let's go to performance per minute. It's climbing at 300 knots. Cruise at max speed. Descent 300 knots. Transition altitude, I think 6,000 feet. So let's make sure. Transition 6,000. So how do we enter that again? Just FL60. 6,000 feet. There it is. Speed limit 250 knots below 10,000 feet. Initial cruising altitude below 270. I don't think that applies to us. We have 230 there. It does say steps, so let's have a look. This is always hurting my brain. 230. And then we start descending. So 230 it will be. The initial cruising altitude will be flight level 230. There you go. Next page, 4 out of 4. Fuel, we should be able to sink the EFB. Wait, we got them imported from Simbri. So sink EFB. So 45 cargo, 2 passengers, 1678 for the fuel. Kilograms 1678. That appears to be all in order. Let's just double check real quick here on the OFB as well. 1677, so that'll be fine. Right, so we can confirm this. Performance data, cruising 230. We could go up to 490 if we wanted to with this little airplane. So pretty cool. Sounds like there's an aircraft behind us. Anyway. Oh, wait, let's go back performance data. Right, so for the takeoff, runway 27, it says 24 degrees and there is no wind, but we should be able to see this all up here. 25 degrees currently, wind 270 at 12. So 270 at 12 knots, and we will enter that here to the right. It is 25 degrees, not 24, so we'll change that too. Let's see runway length, that all looks okay. Next, slope, runway dry condition. The anti-ice will be off, and let's go flaps 5. Wait, I think actually this is not the way to do it. Just make it green. There you go, and confirm. So I think that pretty much concludes the setup here. Let's go over already in progress there. So yeah, let's start up the APU, and let's see if we can get going. Not sure about the align. I think we should keep them aligning for a little bit longer, but we can start. We can start the APU now. So the master goes on. So that's our little APU on the back starting up. If this was the front of the plane, it would look like an angry dinosaur. I don't know, just putting it out there, you know. Anyway. EGT will drop to around 420, I believe it was, something like that. And we can set a squawk code in the meantime. So the handle for the speed brake is quite close here to this button. I've already had, I think on the first flight, there was saying up here speed brake, just because it was nudged ever so slightly. Speed brake's there in white, just because it's just so close together, you know, when you're clicking with your little mouse. So speed brake's gone. APU is on. What's the EGT? That's stable. Let's turn on the APU bleed. That'll help us with the starting of the engine. The aircraft is still figuring out where it is in the world, so let's at least wait for that. APU generator is off. Of course. Let's have the APU generator work. pull up as well. That means that we can disconnect the ground power. That's external power, that's this one. And ground services will just disconnect it right there. Got a couple of lights going, little quality of life thingies. Although it's a very bright day, you know. So we got our squawk. The system still seems to be aligning. I always choose real time, just for realism. So I don't know how long it takes sometimes. Oh, there you go. Nav ready. Does it say anything about this? Can't see. So there you go. So let's put these on nav. Right, for the setup, the autopilot, you have the buttons down here, but obviously for the heading and the altitude. Heading, course, altitude, heading, but you know, you cannot turn here and then look here at the results, so they just made these little screws up here, which is super convenient. So our altitude, let's go for flight level 230. And the runway heading, let's get that first. So we are taking off runway 27, that will be 272. Cool, 272. But anything else? I think we can start the engines. Hopefully not forgetting anything. Let's start engine number 1. The N2 just shoots up. And I believe actually the fuel is already in there. It's already, these are not standard in fuel cutoff mode for some reason, so you can just start them with a single button, and that should take care of the rest, I would think. I'm missing something there, and I think I know what. Let's turn on the ignition for both engines. Let's try this again. Or maybe the wiring cut off. My bad. Okay, so we'll have to do this again. Hopefully third time the charm. Let's this time start with engine number 2. And we'll leave engine number 1 to recover from our abuse. Let's see if this does a better job. So far it sounds like it. Alright. Engine number 1. I do like the confused dyno sound. Alright, that's 2 engines. Right, looks like we have 2 running engines there. And then we can arm our auto thrust system as well. Let's set the QNH 1018. 1018. So we set the runway heading. We have the let's see, we can go maybe VNAV and nav. The anti-icic, so the Pyto static heat, they will come on. No takeoff, parking brake on, APU is on. Back HP valve open, left, right. They can be on now, but I think we'll turn them off just for the takeoff. Let's turn off the APU generator and turn off the APU and the APU bleed as well. And we'll turn on some landing lights. And I guess we are pretty much good to go. So let's get rid of the chocks. Maybe we can put this on a map, it could be nice. Alright. So there will not be a real like pushback, we'll just drive straight out. So let's do this, let's just ram right through that vehicle in front of us. Actually, we can make a turn. This aircraft can turn really nicely, I noticed. Let's set the flaps to takeoff position. So there will be flaps 5. And we arm the ground spoilers, or sorry, not the ground spoilers, the thrust reversers. Alright, parking brake release. Let me show you. Look, it's very easy to make like a turn without doing forward. It was an interesting looking aeroplane ballet. And this is also looking quite interesting, this huge aircraft there at London City Airport. Ground speed 22, 23, so let's go engines back to idle. And we just roll out like this. Yeah, so the custom scenery from London City Airport. Something about this airport I've always loved a lot. And I've never been there in real life, and I would love to be able to take off and land there, maybe even like a couple of times. It's just so close to the city, just like I would think maybe, hey FPS Lego, hey man, of course, how could I forget you, man? Been busy in life. Oh, don't worry, man. Oh, it's good to hear from you, Lego. Of course, how could I forget you, man? Come on. We're at 83 followers now, man. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Yes, sir. It is. Well, got some incoming traffic there. And we're... you're welcome, my friend. And look, we're using a new airplane. Purchased this yesterday. Sort of a retail therapy impulsive purchase. Let's actually get onto the runway right here. Let's just hold for 1 second. Good luck, man. Hope you get 100 subs soon. Thank you, Lego. We're slowly getting there. I also set up a simple Discord. So feel free to follow or anything. I haven't really dove into how it all works, but at least there's some basic channels there. So feel free to check it out, man. Let's see. So landing lights, we'll turn those on. Yeah, so this is the Cessna Citation X by FlightFX, and I believe it was released only like on the 22nd of July, so it was like 3 days ago. You only play it during Saturdays or Sundays, and then even if you have the time. Yeah, that sometimes time management is a thing, man, and we have to prioritize, right? At the moment, I have a little bit of a vacation, and then there's the weekend, and the next day next week it will be working for me as well. Thanks, Lego. When you got time, you're always welcome. It's always nice of you to say hi, and I just enjoy it. Good to have you with us, man. Alright, let's get onto the runway. Thanks, Lego. It was a bit turbulent, but you know, what can you do? Right, so here's runway 27. Yeah, the link is in the in my channel information, Lego. Yeah, check it out. And tell me if it works. It should work. I mean, I can click it and I go to Discord, so I think it works. But yeah, you can just it's in the if you go to my main channel basically and channel information, then there should be a link right there. At everyone's clicking convenience. All right, so I think we are really good to go. We're on FMS 2, it says here. Yeah, FMS 1. Got some V-speed, 122, rotate 126, V2 138. No takeoff. And I think I know why. We should turn off the packs. There you go. But still saying no takeoff. Not sure. Have been supporting me since 30 subs. Yeah, man. You're one of the old. You're one of the old guys, man. Absolutely. Experimental option. When I click it, takes to Discord, it tells me that there's no text channels or feature to talk in. Okay. Thanks for the feedback. Let's show any invitation. Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me set the parking brake first before we break something. Let me check for you. Yeah, I'm checking. Direct, no, let's see, function pilot community. I'm just gonna try something. I really have no clue what I'm doing, man. So bear with me. But here's like a, at least there's a link there. I don't know if that's gonna do anything for you, but let's, I can get back to my flight sim here, yes. Okay, we can have a look at that later. Program recon, it says no takeoff, and I'm not really sure why. It might be that you need fuel boost. I must be missing something very basic here. The packs are off. These are all at norm. These are just lights, auxiliary fuel, hydraulics pump. Why is the aircraft not happy? Yeah, we'll check it later, Lego. Thanks for checking so far, man, really. As far as I know, you're the first who checked, or at least the first one I know of. So, yeah, I'll definitely look into that, and we'll see if we can make it work, man. Why doesn't this sucker want to take off? Let's see, floodlights, fuel. I have no clue, man. Still saying no takeoff. I don't know, I'm just gonna see if we can start some timer and just get going. But parking brake was released. Saying no takeoff. Well, look at the accelerate, man. Alright, and we're off. Here's the London. Gear up. Can climb a lot higher. Let's turn on the autopilot. And now let's see if she's going to climb, yes or no. Looks like every time I will just need to use flight level change, so let's just do that then. And at least we'll know we'll climb. So I think we can retract the flaps as well. So it should be holding speed 210, it's already doing 250. So let's see, can we do anything about this? I think I'll flight level change, but doesn't want to do it. Speed is now holding around 210, that's already something. And we're at VNAV, so I guess it is now on the profile or something. I'm just making this up as I go. I don't have a lot of experiences with this aircraft yet. It's my third flight. Oh wait, gotta head out. Hey man, you stay safe too. You have a good day, my friend. I don't think I'll be doing VATSIM tomorrow. No, I won't. I actually have something to go to tomorrow. Yeah, see you, Lego, and you're always welcome, man. Thanks for dropping in and saying hi. I will check the Discord later, and you just you have a good day, sir. Alright, so let's see what's happening here. Speed 240. Let's go flight plan. LCN 06. Should be 250. So in that sense we're doing okay, I guess. I'm not sure why we got the message there earlier saying no takeoff. But we're on our way. Let's zoom out a little bit. Oh, wait. Still holding 3,000 feet here. And then goes flight level change. So I don't know what's going on exactly. Speed's looking really high. Let's go standard pressure. And let's turn on the packs. So we won't get any problems with the cabin pressure. So we are carrying 2 passengers for a business flight from London to Brussels. And they should have some boxed lunch or something. I haven't seen this one yet. Look at that. Nice little lunch box. At least she can get her table out. And if you want more snacks, just go in here and there you can, or maybe you want some detergent, but usually people would like snacks. Mr. Belungang, I remember your name, man. How are you doing? I don't think I can give you XP. I think you have to do it yourself. But I'm not really sure how the mechanics work. I'm already struggling trying to take off the aircraft. But thanks so much for saying hi, man. Hope you're doing well, Mr. Belungang. Alright, so what we're looking at, 11,000 feet. Can turn off landing lights. Can turn off the taxi lights as well. And I guess the seatbelt sign can be turned off too. And where was this? Seatbelt. Yeah, isn't it like, Belungang, isn't it not like the more you type something, you just get XP or something like that? I believe it's like a new feature. I don't really dive into these things, you know. I couldn't really be bothered. I just here to make some fun and to fly, but But yeah, but I think something like that, the more you type or something, you just gain XP. But I don't know what can you do with the XP ultimately, you know? Probably not a damn thing, I don't know. Yeah. Up next, Hackney. And then UMTUM, and then the Dover VOR. We're already at 16,000 feet. I guess we can put the thrust reversers back to norm. Quite a nice little airplane, this one. Alright, let's set up for our arrival. It will be like 35 minutes of flight time. So that's pretty much peanuts. So flights, we're expecting ILS 01. Let's get the chart for that one. Brussels, approach 01 ILS. Put the little pin and then we get it here and it will stay. Initial fix, Burus. So we got ILS DME heading 013 and the frequency 109.9. It's called India Bravo X-ray. That's the identifier. Transition altitude 4,500. And we are at Brussels, EBBR, ILS, runway 01. So 109.9. Nav, tune 109.9. Tune that into the Nav 1 radio. So that's sitting there looking all pretty. We have it here as well. And we should have it up here too. So we got that bit. Now we want to set the course. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to break anything now. Stand by 1 second. We may have... Let's wait until we're after UMTUM and then we're on our way to Dover. Do we have the heading for that? Flight plan 077. So we're now turning heading 077. Once we're sort of on a decent heading, because then I'll switch over to nav. I'm not sure, probably it's going to disengage the nav there. The lateral navigation that you see here, the LNAV. So we have to be aware, probably have to re-engage it afterwards. But I want to set the final approach course, which is 013 degrees. Looks like we're still turning a little bit. Now you can change the course here with CDI. There is this little, this little screw that they made turnable, if you will, so you don't have to turn here. It's these buttons, sort of these knobs, I guess. So let's do this. So we go nav. Let's set the course. The way we can press and hold it to 013. So we're now in roll mode. So we put it back to FMS. But fortunately it did not affect our heading at all. Or our track, whatever you want to call it. Alright, cool. Then the altitude that we'll put in the box will be 2,000 feet. Then we'll have a radio altitude decision height, 200 feet. By default it's already set at 200, barrel now is empty, but if you click the barrel or radio toggle, you will see that on the radio it already says 200. So that's perfect, that's exactly what we need for today's flight. We're now 14 minutes into the flight, so the clock seems to work as well. But look at this, we're not, we're straying from our, so we are actually straying, we're back to a roll. So we turn on nav again. AP is on, we're lateral navigation, it's still in roll mode. So we might need to use heading bug. To intercept again. This kind of thing sometimes really easy for me to forget. Let's go direct to Maddox actually. Let's go to the direct page. Maddox and direct. There you go. So we are we're demanding alt hold, demanding vertical navigation and lateral navigation. Autopilot is on, we are in lateral navigation mode, and VL, vertical altitude, I'm not really sure what that means, but probably altitude hold for the VNAV. That's what I would make of this. Right, so Maddox, 2 minutes, that's 12 nautical miles. And the top of descent is already coming right there after Callsign. So the altitude to descend to will be 2,000 feet. So let me just start to dial that in. I believe I noticed before, you do have an arrow to go to the right. But I was not able to get the arrow to go to the left. And I see that sometimes in Microsoft Flight Simulator, also with other aircraft. I'm not sure why that is. So let me try the angle approach, see if that might make any difference. No, it simply does not seem to be there. I don't know. Alright, so 2,000 feet. So speed Mach 0.79, 347 knots indicated airspeed. So up next, Callsign TOR, so we're in the right turn, and then there is our top of descent. So let's also set up the landing data. I think we can go nav. Would that be arrival? Nope. Performance, landing. And here we have runway 01, we already selected that. Let's get the weather information for Brussels. 350 at 9 knots. 350 at 9 knots, that will be the wind. And the temperature, 23. Flaps 35. Alright, cool. QNH 1018. We probably cannot pre-dial that here, I think. So 1018, we're just going to have to remember that. Top of descent is coming up right now. You can see the descent profile is nearing. Engines are going down, spooling down, probably going to idle. And here we go, nose down, 2,500 feet per minute. So we start our descent, so let's open up the sky dolly in the background to record it, so then we can have another landing video. That is now recording. Right, so we'll need to plan a little bit now. Let's zoom out a little bit further. So after Kirky there's nothing. Let's quickly have a look. To Kirky, and we have a runway 01, probably that one right there. So after Kirky, where do we go? There's discontinuity, and then Burus. To Kirky, to Burus, and then a left turn. And then from Burus we have 5 miles. So let's see if we can do this. So discontinuity, just click delete and click discontinuity, and that goes. So that's already something. Now it would be nice if we could insert a waypoint, like extend Burus a little bit. Let's say 013, so that would be 193. Let's try this again. So Burus heading 193, and then we'll say, let's say 10 nautical miles. It says a long track waypoint not available. I don't understand. I must be doing something wrong, obviously. So we'll just do it like this. That's gonna be okay, I guess. Descending, but looks like we're a little bit high here. So maybe let's get some speed brakes out. And are we gaining? If anything, ever so slightly. So maybe we can do vertical speed. say 3,000 feet per minute. Okay, speed brake retracted. And we're back at VNAV. That's pretty cool. So we were at vertical speed to sort of intercept the vertical descent profile. And then once we were on the profile again, I think it automatically switched from vertical speed back to vertical navigation. So that would be really cool. So Arkady coming up, we're at 14,000 feet. And at Arkady we should be 7,000 I think, at least above flight level 70. Yeah. Let's see if we make that 7,000, what's going to happen. So let's say /FL 07 and not above or below. Oh, that's 700 feet. Flight level 070. There you go. But then it's saying that we're high again, so let's go vertical speed. $2,200 is probably not going to cut it. $3,100. We'll see how it's going to work out. It's an aggressive descent. And then curious to see if the VNAV will automatically take over. So we're now vertical speed. 11,000 feet. Let's turn on the landing lights. Let's also turn on the taxi lights so we don't have to do that later. So we're almost on the desired profile, it looks like. Let's zoom in a little. So Arkady in 2 minutes. We're now passing 10,000 feet, but our speed is way too high. Speed brake. We're not allowed to go high any faster than 250 knots, obviously. V pass. Alright, so speed brake retracted. And we're back at vertical navigation. 26 minutes to the flight. Speed still going a little high, so let's use a little bit more speed brake. Speed brake appears to be quite effective, look at that, it's just shooting down. So let's retract speed brake again. But then again, also shooting up real quick. So maybe we'll find some setting in between. And let's see how that's going to work out. 8,000, so 1,000 feet to go. Speed's gonna look decent. Arkady is at 2 miles. Alright, so here's Arkady. See, speed brake, retract. at Burus wants to be at 2000 or above, so let's do the same thing here, /2000. And we're still on profile there, just our speed's fairly high, so speed brakes out. And maybe we can go speed 210 at Burus. "29 minutes into the flight. We do have a little bit of a tailwind going on currently. See the latest weather, 3509 or not, 23 and QNH 1018. So let's set the local pressure, 1018. So there, finally she's decelerating, 6.5 miles before Burus. So this is going to be short turn, but we're not a very big aircraft, so let's see how this is going to work. Speed brake retracted. You think we can go flap 1? Does that give us maybe the drag that we would benefit from? Let's just try it out. So it's basically just these slats. Going to use a little bit of speed brake, just really slow it back down, so 210 knots. And speed brake retracted again. Flaps 15. Here's our left turn. Final approach speed 118. Let's arm the approach. And I guess it wants to drop the gear now. And we had this in the other flight as well. Let's just drop it for now. Yeah, so it's basically, it's already going to approach speed, and that might be a little bit early if you ask me. But there is our runway. Let's arm the thrust reversers. Speed seems to be getting a little slow there, look at that. Localizer capture. Right, we're on the glide slope. On. So let's turn off the autopilot and then we'll hand fly direct. The alpha marker signal that you're hearing. Oh, there was a big stutter there for a second. Speed is getting low. So here is our runway. Mark. I think we're down. Got the speed brakes up. Welcome to Brussels, everybody. Let's see if we can get some reversers going. Flaps up, speed brake in. Where the hell are we going? Go to another runway? No sir, that's not what we're doing. Let's just stop right here, and I'm going to call it today. Parking brake set. That's my bad. Usually I check after landing where do we go. Yeah, totally didn't do that. Let's have a look now. So we could take a left turn and then another left. See if we can do that then. I mean, she turns like a charm, look at that. No problem at all. It's a bit of a, that's a bit of a taxi mess, look at this. Well, we delivered these two people from London to Brussels. We'll just turn in here. And that will be it. So definitely some things to learn and discover with this new aircraft. Well, so far she's absolutely flyable and landable. Well, yeah, I'm happy to be welcoming this aircraft to the channel too. Looks to be a very cool little airplane, and she can go very fast and very high. And we haven't done that yet, but we'll do that probably someday as well. See what she can do. Maybe for some longer flights or something. I don't know, maybe like from Belgium to Spain or something, you know, and just see if we can go to basically to the ceiling. That's about 47,000 feet or something. It's like super high. And Mach speed 0.92. So these are fast, these are big numbers. Alright, man. Thank you very much for checking. FPS Legal, thanks for saying hi after a while. You're always welcome. Mr. Balloongang, hope you got your XP. And everybody else, thank you very much for checking. And everybody stay funky and keep your loved ones close, man. And I will see you at the next video. Bye-bye.